I feel like Wiz is having like a crisis right now. It's having like an identity crisis. I don't know if it wants itself to look like a fully functional video game or if it's trying to like become an early access type of like beta type of game. And then I look at like the Xbox game preview beta. And then I also look at obviously Wizard101 on PC, which I mainly play. And they're both the same because I kind of treat both of them as betas. Obviously, the Xbox game preview beta is a beta, but then I'm also slightly kind of considering Wizard101 a beta. And honestly, with these updates, I don't know the thought process of how these updates work. I don't know the formula of how they are delivered. I don't even know if Test Run is truly helping. I really don't think Test Run is really helping at this point. And we've had Test Run for 3 weeks, and I genuinely thought that this was just gonna be a decent update. Not that many things will break, but we have something that broke, and it's a big one. So again, I don't know like how these updates are being delivered. I don't know how they're formulated, but something has to change, and I don't know. Like it's starting to become, I don't know, a little annoying, a little obnoxious. Like making these videos and just in general, it's getting kind of disappointing. This definitely isn't the same King's Isle it was from back in the day. I think this is definitely a different company. It definitely does not feel like what we've had back in the day. And I don't know if it's spaghetti coding or what, but yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna get there. Like from what we've had back in the day. Like we're never, dude, we are far beyond that. I mean, dude, the Portal Apparel, like that's gone. That's not coming back until I don't know. But let's talk about the summer update, which we've had launched, and they never announced it on social media. You know what? Let me just say that I'm on Twitter like 24/7. I'm always spam tweeting, but that was the weirdest thing I think I've seen out of this entire day. That they just announced the maintenance, and that was it. Like I can literally pull up their Twitter right now, and that was it. I mean, nothing else happened. They never really added anything else in the crown shop or anything, which is fine. But you would want to promote your update, right? But for some reason, there was never a tweet or a mention talking about this update, like at all. The only thing that was ever tweeted today was basically in regards of the maintenance, which said that there was going to be a update for Wizard101 PCNA, right? So we're like, oh, okay, we know it's the update, but they never actually they never said anything after that. That was it. They just went like radio silent. I don't know if they just didn't have anything to talk about or what, but that's it. They never tweeted anything else. So I think that was like the weirdest thing for me today. But I don't know. Maybe there really wasn't any news, but I don't know. And I tried checking the website. They never even posted like the patch notes. Like at least on the website, like I don't see anywhere where you can click on. Like this is just blank when I click it. So yeah, I don't know. This is the spring update, but that's the only thing that's posted. I don't see like the summer update patch notes. But from what we saw on Test Realm, this is primarily the raid update, 8-player raid, and the Aquila update, and then the recycling bin, which we also have, and a few other things. But primarily it's the raid and Aquila content update for me. And sadly, the Aquila content update, that isn't launched. And lately we've been seeing this with some of the updates where a lot of things you get to kind of play and test out, but it's not really available for launch. I think that's kind of like starting to get to me a little bit. I understand that they want to do the extra testing and just make sure everything's okay, but I don't know. With 3 weeks of test run and now Harold is in jail. I mean, God knows where he's at or how many years he's going to be serving with Alec, which is the Bazaar guy. So you can't even use the Bazaar or the Wizard City Library anymore to get those treasure cards. Now, obviously, you can use other treasure card vendors. Now, you guys have to understand that some of those treasure card vendors are in premium zones. And not everybody has a membership. Not everybody has every area unlocked with crowns, you know? Some people just want to go to the Bazaar, sell some items, buy some items, buy some treasure cards. Same thing with Harold. And especially during the Fire Decathlon, which is also running. So, today is very weird. I'll start from the beginning because I made my own patch notes of this. I don't know, I don't know if you even want to call this an update. Because especially if you don't raid, I don't think there really is nothing for you in this update to do. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, if you don't raid, or, you know, if you're not interested in challenge mode at all, or, you know, just experiments or anything in general, then, like, I really don't think there's anything for this update for you. Like, at all. The recycling bin feature is cool. Like, if you accidentally trash an item, you can reclaim it. That's awesome. I feel like we should have had this so many years ago. That's awesome. I love that. But that's about it. I can't do the raid because that takes 8 people. We have to plan that. We have to schedule that. Right? You gotta get the treasure cards to make the, whatchamacallit, the raid happen. Obviously, we can't buy treasure cards because, well, theoretically, you can go to other vendors, but they won't have specific treasure cards. So, going on from my notes, let's talk about it. The Aquila content update's not at launch, and lately there's been this trend of stuff not being available on the initial launch, which has been kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. I was really excited for the Aquila content update, and I already knew that it wasn't going to come out on launch. I actually had to tell so many people today about that. A lot of people were like, oh, you know, I'm going to farm Hades, and I'm going to farm, like, Mount Olympus, and, you know, get all those spellments. And I had to tell them, like, no, it's not, like, here yet. They've added the challenge mode type of gray box area, but even when I completed Tartarus, it still was grayed out. So, like I said, we're not getting the Aquila Chronicle update within this summer update, unfortunately. And we will have to wait until maybe, like, 1 month in, 2 months in, or maybe a couple weeks. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take them to put that in the game. And I don't know if they're doing extra testing, but I don't know. It just kind of makes it feel like, alright, well, what else is there to do? And of course you can do some of those new raid missions, which are pretty cool. However, they require 4 players. So, yeah, I don't know. There really isn't a lot to do in this update if you don't have friends or a group to play with. Now, the next thing I mentioned was the Scion Spellments that are apparently still broken. I decided to check the Twitter. Not Twitter, but Discord. And apparently that bug or issue with the whole Scion Spellments and resetting it and all that stuff, and apparently that's still going on. And I don't know whenever that is ever going to be fixed. I don't think it's ever going to be fixed. I think it's just literally, I think it's just going to be broken. I don't know what's going on. I'm just surprised people even have, like, Scion Spellments. I still don't even have, like, a Scion Spellment. Like, I have Scion Spellments, but I don't have enough to the point where I can, like, upgrade it, right? So, like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand their, like, thought process when doing some of these updates. I don't know. So, I'll keep you guys updated about the Scion Spellments, but, like, I really don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. Server stability issues. This one could be 50-50. Some people say they're doing fine. Others, like myself, have seen severe load times, or sometimes I'll just have to exit out of the game and relog in. And obviously this can be subjective because everybody got different internet. People got different hardware. So I won't leave it on at KI to fix servers. But I do see mixed comments about that. Some people have, you know, server stability issues, like slow logins, or the launcher also feels super slow. I understand I don't have, like, a NASA satellite desktop, but the launcher is really slow lately. But again, that's just, like, Now, that's kind of like a personal gripe. I think most people will be fine. But let's talk about probably one of the biggest issues in this entire test run. Or I said test run because it feels like a test run. No. Let's talk about this big thing in the update. The Bazaar malfunction. Basically, if you went into the Bazaar and you sold something, basically it would sell you for like what, 600 million gold, which obviously that is just like incorrect, and like that's just silly, right? That's not obviously what it is supposed to be sold for. It was like that for like most of the items. I accidentally sold one of my balance A's off for like 9,000 gold. I had to keep mentioning that so KI doesn't come to my doorstep and literally tie me up and throw me in jail. I didn't cheat. I didn't do nothing. Free my boy Alec and Harold, though. And that's what they pretty much did. They pretty much got rid of Harold, which is the Wizard City Librarian, because you could also access the Bazaar through him. And also Alec. Alec, obviously, is the Bazaar guy, right? So, yeah. Now, the problem with Harold is that he's part of the main quest for some things, I believe. So it kind of soft blocks you out because literally, if you look on the screen right now, he's gone. Like they literally ripped him out and just got rid of him. So you actually can't interact with his character anymore because, well, his character's been removed from the game temporarily. And same thing with Alec, except I don't think Alec has any type of like main quest blockers. I mean, he's just there as a Bazaar, meaning you can't use the Bazaar. So the only thing you can do right now is just quick sell or feed your items to like your pet or whatever. But for the most part, or trash your items. But for the most part, you can't use the Bazaar anymore. Like literally, it's like we just have to wait and see whenever the Bazaar and Harold come back. Free my boy Harold and Alec until it's backwards. So we'll have to wait. Now, during this time, again, like I said before, this is during the whole Decathlon Fire event, so that might mess a lot of people up. And I'm not sure if this is going to mess up the whole Summer Showdown thing. I don't think it's going to affect too many people, but I definitely know it might be disruptive for a lot of people trying to quest. So, I don't know. It's just a whole problem. And this update, I don't know. This update just had a weird vibe to me. It just kind of feels like they pressed the button, and I don't know. That's it. They just pressed the button. So I don't really know. Again, the thought process of how these bugs work and how these things like I didn't even know that there was a Bazaar bug on Test Room. Like I never even heard about the Bazaar being bugged at all on Test Room. So. I don't know. I don't know if Test Room is either helping or not, but I don't know. It just, this update just feels like it has a weird vibe to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when I start rating, I'll start liking it a little bit more, but right now the vibe just feels kind of weird. I mean, there's no NPC here. It feels very ominous, you know? And finally, the last thing I wanted to mention is for you console players. And like I said, I'm on primarily PC, but, you know, if you think that console is going to be any different, I'm here to just tell you, it's actually going to be worse. So, if you had this problem for console, it's probably going to be a worse fix than what they can do on PC. You know, just take their NPC out, fix it, and then just put them back in whenever they want. Remember, we talked about how each of the consoles have their different properties and just different policies to when they want to basically give the green light to a new build. I mean, you guys have seen it firsthand with the Hall of Champions issue. I mean, that took you like 3 weeks, and that's just for an Xbox game preview beta. Imagine for a PlayStation and Nintendo Switch how long that's going to take in order to get a hotfix or a maintenance or just a general update into those consoles. So again, if you're a console player and you do get, hopefully not, a bug like this, yeah, it might take a while for that to be fixed. So yeah, I don't know. That's basically my 2 cents about today. And again, there really wasn't much news to talk about today. I mean, there is another 1 year membership sale. I mean, I guess I'll be the person to promote them because they're not, but they currently have a 1 year membership sale again, which they recently already had, but they're doing it again. I believe all the way to like the 17th, I think. So, yeah, if you want a 1 year of membership and you want it discounted, make sure to just check out the website. You'll see it. I don't even know if you want to spend money on the game right now because I'm not really giving it the best. I don't know, the best thumbs up. But I don't want this to like discourage you guys from playing the game. I mean, it's a fun game, but I don't know. It's just these updates lately just seem very rough. I think this person just went in here and this person just went in here and left. Yeah, no, it's a whole thing. So yeah, I'm gonna log off for now. Let me know what you guys think about this update. Do you guys think this update is also kind of weird? Do you guys think there's anything even to do in this update? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, until then, I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace out.